Alright, welcome back, guys. So we are going to be looking at the hydrofluoric acid processing today, and we have a decision to make, which I think is a very easy to make decision. Let's get into this. So if we look at NEI, for one, if you type in FNEI and you try to put in fluoric, it will not work. I don't know what in the heck they did. I've had this with other mods as well. If you just do FL, it'll give you the fluorite, but not the hydrofluoric acid. I also tried to type just hydrofluoric, and the only thing you get is hydrogen. So we will just have to negotiate our way there through fluorite. So looking at hydrofluoric acid processing, you're going to be putting 80 copper, 200 water, and 800 hydrofluoric acid in. You will get 1 uranium-238, 39 pure copper, and 200 rich water. And if you do iron, you're going to get the same exact input and output, except you're going to get thorium-232 instead of the uranium. And then if you do stone, you're going to get 3 mysterious energy crystals, 3 pure iron, 3 pure copper, and 50 rich. And you also have uranium processing with it, which is 500 uranium ore, 1,000 hydrofluoric acid, 500 water, and that'll give you 450 stone, 49 uranium, 238, and 1 uranium 235 with 500 with water. So this is going to be, it looks like your go-to for at least early processing of uranium. This is your only real way of doing it. And I didn't see, thorium. Apparently we can get it eventually from stone and sulfuric acid, but if you want it now, this is basically the way to get it, although you're not going to be able to use it until we get to fission processing, which is down a bit of a chain. So basically the idea is we need to decide what we're going to be doing, because we still need to have this dirty water coming out to give us our lithium and our fluorite, which we looked up last time. Now, we're probably not going to need it for the landfill, because that was only really where we were throwing it away at. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to basically set it to where our ore processing is going to come through this first. And if these are full, then it'll go over to the rich, to where it'll be running the rich most of the time. So what I'm going to do is, at least for right now, let me hit, if I can remember how to do this, there we go. So we want to be on, trying to get the grid right here. I think we need to be about right here. Up. I think right there should be straight with that one. No. There we go. And actually, stone is going to be in the way of that one. So we might actually have to move these up a bit. But from what I was looking at with this here, Excuse me. So we basically want the stone to always go through this because we need the aluminum. Just about everything right now uses that aluminum compound, so we basically have to have the stone one set up. We could do this one, but it's just going to give us iron and copper out of it, and that's not really what we want. And we have ways of making our energy crystals, so doing this really isn't something that we need to do. But I'm going to go ahead and set it up just to see what it takes to, automate this, but I'm probably not going to use it. So let's get started here. I'm probably going to set up one of each, like I have here, and then we'll deal with how we actually want to run this afterwards. So let's see. This up, and we can jump it across there, and figures I don't have any undergrounds at the moment. Oh, and I did notice there is another way of getting stone. I don't know if this is something I missed earlier in looking through this stuff, or if it's something that was added since I started. But there is a rock miner, so we don't have to worry about running out of stone to get aluminum as I originally thought. Alright, so there's that. And we can just jump this one, and we'll have to go to there. Across our little road. We're going to set this for this one. And we're going to have the outputs come out the front just like we did before. We do want the hydrofluoric coming in that side, so we're going to have the water coming in down there, which we'll go ahead and just run this across the back side here. Actually, hold on. We're going to do this. Basically what we're going to do is have that there, and we can grab any of these. We'll have that be where it comes up here, and then this will be where it goes out and go up there. So then we can do one of those there, one of those there. Don't know how many of them we're going to need, but we will see in a minute. Now we just need to run water, which we want to run from the output. So this tank right here. We can go grab some of those underground pipes real quick. Anything else I need while I'm over here? No, looks like I'm pretty good. Alright, so we're going to run this one up to there. Alright, fine, you're off one. You can go there. Alright, so then I'll have to run this in, and then we're going to need our outputs. Oh, wait, water pipe. We were working on a water pipe. Alright, so we should be able to do that. And yeah, that's going to be a bit of a pain. That's the water coming up, but you can't really use that because of the fact that it's may get low at some point. Unless we put another tank in over here. Alright, so that will get us water over here. Also, I had somebody send me a message about using a visualizer mod for pipes, and I just want to clarify why I'm doing this the way I'm doing it. I'm basically trying to show off this mod itself, and I don't want somebody asking, well, why does my pipes not look like yours? Why do my belts not look like yours? Whatever. So I am using only this mod for this playthrough. I normally would use like picker pipes and would show me visualization of the connection of the pipes and all that good stuff, but not using it for this one because it really gets annoying having to answer the question, well, why does it not look right, or having to say, you know, every time I do it. Now if you play this, yours is not going to look the same because I have this. You're going to have to add this if you want it to look like this. So just want to clarify that. There are plenty of other mods that I'm sure would work great with this and help a ton, but we will not be using them. Like, I wanted to add in the electric light poles. I love those things, but I decided it would not be good to do so in this. Where in the hell am I going to run this through here? Alright, give me a minute to figure out exactly where I'm going to put this, because this is not going to work. We're going to have to bring it in over here somewhere. But I will work this out and get the other ones hooked up to this stage, and then we'll be back in a minute and see how it all works. Alright, so I got all three of these set up. I just ran the pipe over here instead of through that mess. So we need to get these hooked up to power, and we need to get an output. And each one of them is going to have multiple outputs. This is going to have 3. This will have, these two will have just 2. So we need to do a bit of this, which we will have the pure copper come out on that top line. We'll have the pure iron come out on that one, and then we will have the crystals come out on that. So that'll give us all 3 of the things we need, and then we will also have our fluid output, which we will have to deal with. Let's see here how this is going to work. So let's get us a bit of power here. That will go in like that. That'll be our copper line. That will be our iron line. That will be our crystal line. And that's all we need, so I actually don't need that one. Because that'll automatically output to that one. Alright, so we're going to have to figure out what we'll do with our rich fluid, which is going to be making gold, neodymium, titanium, and eventually lead, but we've got to get that research done. Which, speaking of research, let's get our advanced metal casting done, which is going to allow us to smelt the neodymium, the gold, and the titanium. So we'll get that started. And I'm going to go ahead and set up these other two here, which that one needs to be turned like that. I don't think I need two of these. I think I'll be fine with just one. So that's what we're going to try for this one. And see if that's going to be enough. I do believe this is a slow enough process. We should not need two of them. Now this is going to be filtered for iron, and then the thorium will come out on the other line. And we'll just run this out and about right there. And we'll probably just run it up there and figure out how we're going to set these up probably next time. Alright, we'll take that out. And then we want to set this one for copper. Then again, we'll have copper come out on the top line. We're going to get this one set to there. And the uranium will come out on that line. Which I'm probably going to have to do a splitter for each one so I can get, or underground for each one so I can get through there. But we will check that out in a bit. And get these all set up and running here. Alright, is that going to be fast enough to keep up? Oh yeah, this thing runs nice and slow, so two of those are plenty to keep up with that. And let's see if one of them is enough to get all that copper out of there for it. Oh yeah, plenty. Okay, that will work then. And let's go ahead and need to connect this one over and into there. This one, yeah, this is going to be a bit more opaque. We're going to have to use one of those. That'll take care of both of them. And then the energy crystal one, we're just going to send down that way. Like I said, we're probably not going to use this one because it doesn't give aluminum. So not too worried about that one. This one we most definitely want to have. We can just have this come in like that. And for right now, the thorium is just going to get put in a box. Actually, because we don't really have any use for it at the moment. I probably should put that out for one. We'll just do it like that. Get a light in here so they aren't all grayed out. And we'll do this so we can put that in there. That'll connect both of those. And then we gotta do the same thing down here, which that one is one block off. Here's. So we're gonna do that, that, and that'll get all of them connected. Alright. This one, since I've got it automated and seeing exactly how it runs, we're going to stop it. Because we honestly don't want that one running. Alright, so that's done. Now we just need to get this one taken care of. That for right now. And we might as well do the same thing with this uranium because we don't have it currently. Alright, and then we need to get all of our other ores out here. So we're going to need, at least for right now, we're going to need gold, neodymium, and we're going to get rid of this wall, and titanium. And I think what we're going to do, let's move this actually, let's see here. So we'll do gold first. We're going to have this come up like that, and then we'll be able to have a row of these that way. And then we're going to have the water come out, which we can send over to our tank over there. And we can put this one here, have it for neodymium, which we're going to have like that. And we can do that, that one. And then we can do this one for the titanium. Again, water there. And then we can have these two connect up, and I will decide on getting it to the tank, probably the bottom one. And then by doing that, we can stretch these out over here if we need lots and lots of one or the other one. will basically just have the output come onto a belt right there, there, and there. And then we're going to have to get, if we're going to put another one of these here, that would output to that belt. And then do another one there. So then we've got to decide what we're doing about this belt. And I think, depending on how fast this goes, let's that in there, that there, and yeah, it looks like we don't have a flow source, so we'll just do this. Do that. It goes rather quick. Here. Alright, I need to see if this is going to be fast enough that they can all three output onto that side of the belt. And then we'll basically do a thing right over here that'll split the three up, if that works. So we'll do that. And we need this one. That's going to be gold. And neodymium. We'll have wrong direction. These three belts coming out of here. If that doesn't work, then we're going to have to find another way to output all three of them in different places. But I think that should work. Alright, so in that case, we need to turn this one off, which, by the way, I did change this. It now says I changed these two to greater than 1K and greater than 0 will give a signal of 1. If both of them give a signal of 1, that means this would have to be greater than 2. But right now we don't want it on at all, so we're just going to change it to green, and that'll turn it off for right now. So that cannot turn on at all, so we cannot run anything through here if we are full on those. So then these can run, because as of right now they ain't doing nothing. And because of our stone one for our aluminum, that means we're going to have more iron and copper coming out anyway, so they may not run that much anyways. But we have them set up. I'm going to just grab these and throw them down where they need to go. We don't really need to worry about this one because it's not giving us thorium or uranium. We have plenty of crystals. We don't need to worry about them. And it doesn't give us aluminum, so we're not going to be running that one. So we have our advanced metal processing, or advanced metal casting. So we can set up casting each one of these. We have production science pack. That's going to be our purple one, pink one, whichever. I did look at the change log, by the way. This change to make these look different is configurable, I guess. So if you don't like them this way, you can change them back. We have our energy distribution, which will give us our substations, which is going to need titanium. We can do our electric motors, which is going to take gold. And we have advanced materials, which is natural fiber and fiberglass, which, by the way, I'd like to bring up the fact that we were going to look at the industrial glass, this right here. A while back we had unlocked it, but the only use that I can see for it is crushing it and making fiberglass, and fiberglass is not used except for making fiberglass reinforced plastic, and we can't do that yet. So once we get this one done, then we need to take a look at that one. And I do believe up to this point we have looked at everything except for the new train things, and we will look at that next time we need to set up the train. I'm going to go ahead and get the electric engines done and probably get the energy distribution done next, and then we will get our advanced material done and we can take a look at that. But I think we're doing pretty well on everything here. Let's go down and take a look at our oil processing down here, see how it's going. Since we only currently have these two set up down here. So we're completely full on petroleum gas. We're about half full on light fuel and empty on heavy oil, which is good. We don't need to keep heavy oil sitting around. It's nice to see that that is empty. Our solid fuel is filling up nicely here. We are full up on sulfur there. Our petroleum is full there. Our acid gas is getting full. We need to use up some more of that. But we have plenty in there. So that one looks good. And down here, we are heavy on, or full on heavy oil, which means I did not get it connected like I thought I had. Missed the pipe. I do that a lot. Alright, so that'll take care of that, so that can start running again, which is going to get us more of our acid water and acid gas, which we don't really need much of the acid gas. We're mainly only doing that for the heavy oil. We're breaking our kerosene down to get the heavy oil out of it, and we should be doing just fine on the acid water up here. Yeah, our acidic water is just fine. Alright, so all of that looks good for the moment. We will add on to it as we need. Our electric engines is done. I'm going to go ahead and start that one. It'll be done here in a minute. We need to get robotics done as well. I'll probably do that next, and then we'll take care of the smelting for our new materials, since we're not going to be getting a lot of them out at the moment, which we may have to do. Nah, it should stop due to the heavy water pretty quickly. I was thinking we might need to do something so these can run more often to give us the stuff, but as long as we're full on the dirty water here, we'll be fine. The only issue is needing to make the fluorite to run these. But yeah, I think that's going to be about it for today. Set that up so they can split. That looks beautiful. And I will let's see here real quick. So the one we just got done with, we got low density structures done, which allows us to get those made, which is pretty basic. So if we need them, we can make those. And I think I may change this over since it's the only furnaces we have. I might start making, oh, we actually need fiberglass reinforced plastic for that. So yeah, that's another thing that I disagree with a lot with mods, is they don't tend to put things behind things that need things. That is probably the worst way of doing that, but we shouldn't be able to unlock that research if we can't make the thing. It should be locked behind the one that we just talked about that we needed for the plastic. This one right here should be locked behind advanced materials, since that's where we actually make the fiberglass reinforced plastic. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for today. Soon we can look at getting our substations made, and I'll be back with you in a little bit. Have a good one.